Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon? Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon? Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon?
I see. Thank you so much. The Adventurers Guild has been overwhelmed these days.
No worries at all. We've always valued the strength of adventurers. Given the current situation, it's vital that we all work together. Since we're facing the same enemies, I'll send you the intel we've collected on the...
All right.
Hi, Catherine! It's us! Got any new commissions?
Ah, you two have come just in time. I've got some good news. Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after receiving news of an invasion. So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That way, we can stay informed of every... Once we receive word of enemy activity, we can notify the nearest camp and the stationed forces can take immediate action. Yes, precisely. This should also allow us to focus on gathering information. So please also take a chance to relax, you two. You've been working hard these days, and this will be a...
So that's the plan! Whew, we can finally stop and take... Paimon knows that! It's...
The movements of the Abyss are always unpredictable. There have also been... Once the disaster is over, everyone will return to their normal lives. We just all hope that day will be soon.
Oh, right. Most people have no idea just how bad the situation... Huh? Is that the Traveler in Paimon? Hello? Oh, hey, Kachina! Are you feeling better?
Yep. Now really isn't the time to stay home. I heard that the Pyro Archon is gathering warriors to be stationed in the... Don't think I haven't heard of... Oh, by the way, she said that she's all set, and we...
Wow! So we'll finally get...
Shilonin is a true... She's always got a pile of commissions on her plate. So you usually... Well, if I already signed, she wouldn't turn me away, right?
Hey, have some confidence in yourself.
On second thought, maybe I'll...
Paimon coming...
Take it easy.
Shilonin! I brought the person who needs an ancient name. He's super amazing, and I've already learned tons of stuff from him. I can vouch that he's really worthy of a hero's...
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So young, and yet you've already got quite the reputation. Wait, are you Outlanders?
Yep, we're travelers who just arrived in NATLAN not too long ago.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're Outlanders.
Huh? You're saying the Pyro Archon didn't tell you?
No, the only thing she said is that a new hero had pledged himself to the plan. But we'd need to forge an ancient name to... And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but At the time, I thought she was just commenting on my skill, but I seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now.
Are you up?
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it, really. The Pyro Archon's requests are always difficult to fulfill, and we used to argue a lot. Anyway, I can't argue with her if she isn't here, and it'd be pointless to take my anger out on someone else. But, just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any less upset. After all, she must have known that forging an ancient name for an...
It's impossible?
As you probably know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's spirit and glory, which grows even richer and heavier as generations of successors inherit it. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name.
Yeah! I saw countless feats recorded in their adventure handbook!
But they were all performed outside of NATLAN, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Then those deeds haven't been recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in NATLAN, as an Outlander, your actions still wouldn't have been recorded by our lands. Only memories and experiences that have been acknowledged by the Wyab can be used as... Even the greatest of craftsmen cannot create something out of thin air, you know. That's just how it is.
Seems the Wyab don't want just anyone to get a name, huh?
Mawika, of all people, should know better than anyone. Yet she's still entrusted the task of forging the ancient name to me.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Nobody's happy being asked to do the impact.
Why do I feel like this has happened before? I think last time, Shilonen just ended up running dozens...
Ugh, don't remind me. Let's just focus on how we can pull this off. How to achieve the impossible.
You mean you're already willing to accept the task?
Well, what else can I do? What's happened is already done, and it's not like I can outright defy the order of my Archon. If she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of our plan, and that I'll be able to find a way to make it happen. In other words, the order is an affirmation of my abilities.
Whoa, not only has she accepted the task, but now she's looking for silver linings?
Yeah! Let's see if we can find some special way to pull this off!
The key is getting the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the Traveler's existence and record his heroic deeds.
We heard the voice of a Wyab when we were in the Night Kingdom before. We even had a whole conversation with her. If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure something out together.
Well, every tribe has their own Wyab. How do we know if the one you met is indeed the best one for us to talk to? Plus, considering the unprecedented nature of this situation, I have a feeling that the acknowledgement of one Wyab alone would probably not be enough. I don't know. That requires a level of knowledge that I do not possess. We need to find a consultant who's an expert on all things Night Kingdom and Wyab. The first person who comes to mind is Seatlali at the Masters of the Nightwind. The one we call Granny Eatstali.
Oh, we've heard that name before. We used her Spirit Speaker's Stone to find Kachina's ancient name. A person who can make something like that must be pretty impressive. I'm sure she'd be able to help.
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even book a meeting with her. I've heard that to get her help, you have to be extremely patient with her and know how to keep her spirit up.
I hate to break it to you, but...
Huh. Why is that? I mean...
Well, yeah. At the cost of her Spirit Speaker Stone being split into two.
Huh?
Great going, Mawika. We're already off to a rocky start here. In that case, I guess your only option is to try to emphasize that this is an important order from the Pyro Archon. Hopefully, Seatlali would still want to show respect to the Archon. I'll also write you a letter on your behalf. If you can...
Oh! Let's ask Kenichi to deliver the...
Paimon sure hopes a Hal won't interrupt when he's talking, though.
All right, Kenichi is a seasoned negotiator. I trust that he'll know the best things to say.
Great! Then I'll go contact him right now.
Please just give me a moment to write the letter, and we can meet up near the Statue of the Seven later.
Sounds good. We'll take a stroll in the meantime.
Yeah, I'm sorry to put this on you, Kenichi. It's just... Oh, wait, so Kachina and the
Because we all saw a hero of the Pyro Archon explained everything when we came back from the Night King.
Right. She mentioned there are 6 heroes and that Shilonen is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged.
Oh, well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets between us. Having companions walk by your side...
See, Lolly knows him too?
Odd, huh?
Given how the Masters of the Nightwind love to babble about dreams and revelations, they're already a pretty... I've never met Auroran, but if they consider him the odd one, he's...
Huh. Makes sense.
Huh, so if I'm following, you mean we'll help her investigate Auroran and the captain's whereabouts?
Yeah! Plus, we kinda owe her one anyway to make up for breaking the spirit speakers down.
Ah, this is a pretty well thought out plan, as expected of Molly Poke Kenichi. Then, yeah, I'll leave my letter to you. Let's hope Seat Lolly can meet at the stadium in 2 days.
Take care out there, Kenichi. I'll be heading back as well.
Okay, then let's part ways for...
Oh, it's time to meet up with Shilonen. Let's ask her how things have been going.
Be my fate.
Shilonin, how's everything going?
Oh, hi, Traveler and Paimon. I have bad news.
Huh? You mean she didn't even...
Yeah, well, she can be also quite eccentric, though she's one... But let's go to the stadium and see if we can meet her there.
That's true. Paimon doesn't see anybody. Seems she's just not gonna...
Well, we tried to be as considerate as we could, but she's under no obligation to help.
That might be true, but this is still a request from the Pyro Archon, right? Shouldn't the subject always...
Yes, Mawika. There's any kind of tall barrier between us and her. The only thing is that she often has...
Huh. So even though she's super powerful, it sounds like she's actually pretty down-to-earth and easy to get along, like that old hag Granny Eatstily, right? Does she think she can ignore us just because she's famous? You all talk about her like she's some kind of huge deal, but she didn't even bother to... If that's what aging does to you, Paimon never wants to get old.
Oh, really? So, that's how you see me?
Who's there? Who's talking next to Paimon?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right? Come on, relax. I'm sure my bark's worse than my bite.
Huh? See Lolly.
Wait, you're Seat Lolly? You're Granny Eatstily?
Yes, Granny Eatstly. But emphasis on Eatstly, not Granny. You must know this trope from light novels, surely. They use it all the time. The young man who's actually the oldest person in the room. The girl next door who turns out to be a seasoned veteran. The wise sage who looks like a little kid. Oh, wipe that look off your face! You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age? Okay, well, don't go thinking it's a trick either. See? I'm barely wearing any makeup.
Did I forget to mention, she's called Granny, but she's actually pretty young. It was an honest mistake. I guess we've just gotten...
Paimon.
What? How dare you? Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady her age?
Paimon really didn't... Oh, Paimon just wanted to apologize, but not...
It was my idea to invite you here.
All right. I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone. I received Kenichi's letter and was planning to attend this meeting. Since I had already decided to come, I figured there was no need to draft a reply that simply said, "Understood." Besides, just showing up is the most important. But, of course, it's also natural for people to get held up by one thing or another as they're trying to leave the house. It certainly was a bit... At first, I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were already here waiting for me, I started to think about how I should phrase my apology. Only to hear you all talking smack about me. Anyway, that's the whole story.
What's with that expression? Was she feeling embarrassed just now?
When the Masters of the Night Wind said they struggled dealing with her, I wonder if the feeling is mutual. She seems to be pretty awkward herself. Everything.
Anyway, Shilonen, I heard.
Correct. The situation isn't like anything we've
I see. So Mawika has asked you to forge an ancient name for an Outlander. Well, that would be a first. And you've also heard all about Auroron. I must say, he's always been a good kid.
Yeah, that's what we came here to ask you.
I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler, come here. Let me take a good look at you. Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet, again and again, you've braved them to find new worlds. A weary yet free soul, even the most verdant leaf in the forest, will pray for your happiness and safe passage. Those are all the things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream of. You possess the— Huh? Don't move. There's something here.
Huh?
Shoo! That should do it. You've just returned from the Night Kingdom, so some
Isn't that kind?
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your mind. And—
Well, in that case, better to get rid of them.
It was nothing. Shilonen, let's follow your proposal. Once you've brought Auroron—
The Lord of the Night? But don't we need to talk to the Wyab of the tribes?
Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant an ancient name to one who does not hail from our lands. The Lord of the Night is an ancient entity that rules over the
Oh, so you're basically saying it's even more powerful than the Wyab of the tribes.
Not exactly. It's not so much that one's more powerful than the other. Just listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The Lord of the Night is currently— But I will need to prepare a few more things.
I can go. It'll probably be a—
Sounds good. Then we'll go with St. Lolly to track down Auroron.
Phew, the Fatui are nothing to
Yep, we'll be sure to
All right, now it's time for us to catch that brat and bring him back. I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because he has always lived alone. And I found a broken jar in his house. There was also something off about his phlogiston aphids, which I assume is because their keeper has been gone for quite some time. And interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house that did not match any of our local weapons. My guess is they were left by Snezhnayan arms.
Oh, sounds like the Fatui broke into his house and took him hostage.
But why would they kidnap a kid who just spends his days living in the country and raising aphids? He's only in his 20s. What would they want with him? That's not to say that I believe he's totally innocent, of course. Since he's the only one who was kidnapped out of everyone in NATLAN, he must have done something to attract their attention. In any case, we'll get to the bottom of this once we manage to get him back here. I'm truly sorry to put you two through all this trouble with me. But please help me get him back.
You can count on us!
All right, then let's start by heading to where Auroron was seen last.
What could the children be up to?
never mind. Let them do as they please.
Gotcha.
Come on!
Let's
Show me your
this
courage!
That was quick. Something with which to commemorate.
This is the spot. An eyewitness claimed to have seen Auroron speaking to some Fatui soldiers here. I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Auroron really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get involved with the Fatui. I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him, or perhaps trying to extract information. However, I doubt anyone would believe me, given there are no signs of a fight.
Didn't Kanich say that she's a big name in NATLAN?
Auroron? Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant. And the people of the tribe, he learned a lot from us. And once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. He spends most of his days growing vegetables and raising aphids, living off of what he harvests from the garden. He's always been such a good kid. He would even get his friend. Oh well, let's keep looking. He can answer all of our questions once we find him. He's been raising phlogiston aphids for a long time, and since they were disturbed, let's follow the phlogiston trail.
Huh? What trail? Paimon doesn't see anything.
Oh, right. I forgot your eyes don't naturally perceive such things. Here, give me your hand. How about now?
What do you see? Whoa, Paimon can see it now too!
That's right. I used a spell to temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to you.
Wow, you can even share your senses with us? First time Paimon's heard anything.
It requires a very rare spell that most people aren't adept at. But don't worry, it's a sin. When I held your hand just now, I could sense that. Anyway, we'll need to use our vision now to track down Auroron. Good luck, you two.
Over here, this way! See, Lolly might say a lot of deep and confusing stuff, but this spell of hers is really something.
What was that?
Oh, Paimon was just complimenting you. Really?
What does she mean by deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go, I'd say that I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any other old hag who's as fluent in the language of the youth as me? But is my way of speaking still not trendy enough? I've already tried my best to match their speech patterns, but given the looks on... Or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough? But that can't be, right? Ugh. Don't tell me they're still getting the impression that I'm super old.
Huh? Was that Seat Lally's voice?
Now that I think about it, it's a good... Oh? They appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work will go smoothly.
Looks like there's a new camp over there!
Let's go take a look. That little brat, I swear. I just hope he hasn't gotten himself into any real trouble.
Yeah? Judging by Paimon?
Wait. Let me see.
Paimon sees a small shape?
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Night Wind. Only someone from our tribe would recognize it. So Auroron was indeed being threatened. We've got... leaving such a subtle mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. In other words, he was probably under the Fatui's watch. If they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to the death. But what if my darling grandson is also there? I can't... no. I've got to be careful. Otherwise he'd get hit as well. How annoying. No, I've got to stay calm and keep my composure.
There are traces of people staying here, too!
Wait a second. The phlogiston around here is jumbled up. I can also smell a mix of elements in the air. Pyro, electro.
Kanich told us that you were super amazing. No wonder you can sense so many more things than us.
It's about time that little brat... There are signs of a struggle here. Judging from what's left on the scene, there must have been a fight. But After that, the factions seem to have gone their separate ways. Both the phlogiston and the elemental traces in the air support that.
Do you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon's thinking, what if Auroron wanted to leave another distress signal, but was caught by the Fatui?
Given there are two signals, I'll take this direction, and leave the other one to you. Let's meet up again later. Auroron, what the heck were you doing? It's one thing to trouble me, but now I had to bring other people.
And off she goes. Traveler, did you hear all of that as well? Once Seatlolly left, that voice went away as well. Paimon even tried calling her name inside Paimon's head, but there was no response. So you were thinking the same thing. Paimon also thought that she did say that she was quite adept at this spell, and it doesn't... If you think about it, she's really got a lively inner world. Did you find something? Huh. So we can't tell where Auroron might have gone from here. That's weird, the phlogiston tree. But he can't have just evaporated into thin air, right? We know he wasn't alone. He had all those Fatui with him.
So, you can hear... I'm very sorry, but please do not move. I have no desire to hurt you. I apologize that our first meeting has to take place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in their environment. And given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the night. Hello, traveler. I'm Auroron, the one you've been searching for. Ah, the Fatui's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Fatui. I'm afraid you've been brought here by a lie. My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a meeting.
Greetings, traveler from afar.
Be careful with this traveler. His soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to him.
It was I who tasked Auroron with leaving the traces to lead you here. and I who use the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom. I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues. Given the present situation in NATLAN, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you. I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Malwika, the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blind. If you would like to hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone. I would like to avoid any further conflict.
You will see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please, help me keep this a secret. This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this conflict.
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground? Are you okay?
See, Lolly! He froze for a moment and then just collapsed to the ground!
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain anywhere? Don't worry. We can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help. But had I known you were feeling unwell, I wouldn't have taken you on this trip.
If you're feeling sick, you should just say so. See, Lolly should be able to, exorcise any ghosts or weird stuff that you picked up.
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. In any case, let's take a bit more time to rest now. Need to be more careful next time.
Feeling better yet, Traveler?
All right, let's get ready. I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a feeling that Auroron is probably being held inside.
Oh, so it's close by. Then let's head over right away.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're in this together. Like the wind and the clouds. We either move as one or not at all. But if you want to make it up to me, then just be sure to fight extra hard when the time comes. Look over there.
Huh? I don't think she sees someone in the middle of the camp.
That's Auroron. So he really was taken by the Fatui.
All right, we'll take the lead.
Hey, quit daydreaming. Don't you have work to do?
I cannot see the sun.
What?
Without the sun, I cannot see the truth.
Huh? Okay, Mr. Philosopher. That's enough mumbo j-
Wow. I'm going to rip that guy's head right off. Wow.
See, Lolly's struggling to control her temper now.
Are you ready? Let's go kick their butts.
On my count. 3, 2, 1! Still trying to resist? You've got no idea who you're up against! Transfixed!
Looks like I went too far.
Auroron!
Granny!
Paimon knows she's called Granny Eats to Lead, but it's...
And greetings to you too, Gramps.
What did you just call him?
Gramps? Is that not right? You're Granny's friend, are you not? You seem to be approximately the same age as her, so I figured you've got to be Gramps.
How many times have I told you? It doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people who look about the same age as me. You can't go around calling...
Oh, wait. He's not a child, is he? Don't tell Paimon he's one of those people who look like an adult but are actually only 8 or 9 years old.
Oh, your words have pierced my heart like a thorned vine. Given how hard those thorns are to remove, I may just need to find a pair of tweezers.
Why are you so upset? You can just say yes or no.
Of course I'm not a child. It's just, Granny always taught me to show gratitude where it's due. And since the Masters of the Night Wind raised me collectively, I basically... Exactly.
But if you keep that up, then everyone's going to be your...
And do you think saying all of this is gonna save you from... Haven't I told you 100 times since you were a kid? Heed the 3 warnings.
Be wary of bees prowling around, scammers looking for their next victim, and strange people who appear out of nowhere.
Oh, so you do remember, and you just chose to ignore them. I always knew that living on your own was going to get you into trouble sooner or later. But you won't always be able to rely on other people coming to your rescue, you know. You're just lucky we got here when we did. Or we might be launching another search and rescue operation to find out where they put your severed head.
I'm sorry, Granny. I'll be more careful next time.
Next time? Oh, good one. You think there'll be a next time after this? Not a chance. They didn't hurt you, did they?
No, they just asked me a lot of questions about NATLAN's terrain and made me draw a map of the ley...
Okay, now answer me honestly. Were you the one who helped the captain escape after...
Yes.
So why did you do it?
Because they said they would need my help from there on out. They also said that if I refused, they'd just come to you, Granny, and they'd already figured out a way to make you do their bidding.
Hey! I'm no ordinary Granny! Would they really dare to come after me? And you! Did the gods give you a brain just for you to not... Thankfully, the Pyro Archon only asked that we find the mysterious individual from the Masters of the Night Wind, and didn't slap your name on a wanted poster. Don't think for a second that she doesn't know what's happening. Even if the truth that you see will soon manifest into reality, there is still no need to preemptively panic. Have you forgotten the words that I've taught you?
I'm sorry.
Forget it. We can submit the details of this camp and the defeated Fatui as evidence of your innocence. Let's clean this place up and get back to the city. Auroron, you better remember this lesson well and seriously reflect on your actions. Also, once we return to this...
Sounds good. Should I bring some of my homegrown vegetables as well?
Your... vegetables?
Yes. I grow a lot of fresh produce in my garden. I hope the Pyro Archon won't be too picky about the selection.
Now's not the time to be thinking about that.
Recite the 3...
Huh? No! You should emphasize that you were not in cahoots with the Fatui...
How exactly did the Masters raise this guy?
Oh.
I see. So Aurora...
That's right. I'm sorry.
Now that you know Auroron was only trying to protect another member of his tribe, could I ask you to petition the Pyro Archon for her forgiveness?
We'll give her a full report. We'll let you know once she's reached a decision.
Will I need to stay here?
Technically, yes. But if Miss Lolly is willing to serve as your
Sure. I'd be happy to do that. I don't have any more time to waste here. I still have other things to do.
Understood. Thank you very much. Mr. Auroron, please report back to the Speaker's chamber as soon as you've received notice of the Archon's decision.
I understand. Thank you. And thank you too, Granny.
Well, at least you won't need...
Traveler, Paimon, thank you very much for your help. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about Once Auroron is settled, I'll go talk to Shilonen and get started on forging an ancient name for you.
Oh, thank you!
You scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's as good as done. You can just go twiddle your thumbs or something. Well, come with me, Auroron. We've got to find you a place to stay for the night.
Goodbye, Gramps.
We're finally done. Alright, it's time to find some grub, huh? Would it? What? The captain? Sorry. Paimon just... Oh, that Auroron. What is he up to? He sounded all that stuff about protecting Seat Lolly and being forced to help the Fatuity. Yeah, you're right. Still, Paimon appreciates you telling her about this. Paimon will support your... We still have another whole day before the meeting. Weird. Paimon doesn't see anyone. Oh, please don't. What was that?
Good evening. Nice to see you again.
It's you. You shouldn't pop up from behind people like that. What are you, a ghost?
I'm terribly sorry. It's just a force of habit.
And what's with you apologizing all the time? You sound so polite and honest, but you're actually doing shady stuff behind people's backs.
You're right. Granny tells me that too. Huh. Come to think of it, you remind me of her. Sometimes you two sound really similar, you know.
Oh, so you're gonna call Paimon Granny too now?
Well, I could. It's all clear. Over to you.
Excellent. The fact that you showed up proves that I was right about your character. Yet, there's been a lot of talk about you. Child told me that you're passionate about the unknown and willing to take risks. Rather than facing you as an enemy, I would much prefer to bring you to my... If we allow the current state of things to continue, we will inevitably clash. And that's a scenario that I'd very much like to avoid. I've long heard of your exploits across the nations. Though you have crossed swords with my colleagues many times, I know that you are by no means an unreasonable person. And once you've learned the truth that the Pyro Archon Malwika would never willingly share with you...
I assume you've already been informed of the Pyro Archon's plan. In order to defeat the Abyss and...
Wait, how did you know that? Never mind. Guess that's not important now.
I've long kept a close eye on her plan. To be frank, it's an exceedingly risky plan. If any part of the plan goes awry, all of NATLAN, even all of Teyvat, will pay for her mistakes. Now, you may have been led to believe that this is the only plan available to her. But what if I told...
An emergency plan?
Yes. A way to keep NATLAN intact, even if her original plan fails. But given the painful cost of its execution, she has chosen... Whether this stems from hesitation, fear, or even naivete, my fear is that given the enormity of the decision, she will be reluctant to confront the dire... We have to make the decision for her, here and now.
Yeah, do you have any evidence for all this? Just telling us a bunch of scary stuff isn't enough, you know. Besides, wasn't it you who tried to seize the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa's plan?
I knew you'd be clever enough to see. That's right. I did not seek the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa. Since I was defeated in battle, I must put to rest my thoughts about the Gnosis. But even so, my desire to save NATLAN remains unchanged. And now, I have found a new way to solve the crisis. We can implement it immediately if we reach an agreement.
Someone's here.
Huh? The captain disappeared!
Something is rapidly approaching. Oh no.
Something! Bad news, chump! It's your granny!
See, Lolly?
I knew something was amiss after we were separated. Hidden ceremonial tools, an unconscious traveler. I must say, I'm very curious about what you're up to. How dare you go behind our backs like this, Auroron? Colluding with the Fatui? Really? Oh, here we go again. Cat got your tongue, huh? You really think you can avoid a scolding just by staying quiet?
I'm not trying to avoid anything.
Oh, and now you're talking back. Well, go on then. Explain yourself. What the heck are you up to?
I'm sorry, Granny. I feel so guilty.
You! That's it! Where are my tools? I swear if I don't teach you a lesson right here and now, I'll...
Wait, Lolly! Please, calm down. We, still learned a lot of info, didn't we? Like the fact that the captain... So, maybe just save the scolding for later?
Listen well, Auroron. You're only getting out of... You're right, Traveler. Let's go. We can discuss this more back in the city. You two keep an eye on Auroron for me. In all my years, I've never had a child cause me so much grief. Do you seriously not see what's at stake here? You've got a head on your shoulders, Auroron. Use it! Why did you help the captain? And I want the truth this time. No answer? Think you're being smart? Really? You're just going to stonewall me? Just use your brain for a second. What do you possibly stand to— You've always been a good kid. Why would you throw that all away now? If you're worried about something, just talk to me. Granny would much rather we had a conversation instead of constantly clashing like this.
Why is he staring at us all of a sudden?
I'm sorry that you have to hear all this. Indeed. It's like going to visit a friend at his house, only to suddenly hear your friend berating a naughty Saurian.
Well, that's an oddly specific analogy.
Yes. And every time my friend scolded his Saurians, they would look at me the same way you're looking at me now. Helpless and embarrassed.
Wait, but you're the one getting your head chewed off. Stop making this about—
Indeed. You've got a point. Then please just hang in there.
Oh? You dare gossip between yourselves instead of listening to me? You...
sorry.
Sorry, Granny. Sorry, Granny. You know what? Fine. I'm perfectly aware that everything I say goes in what— You say all the right things, but then you go and completely ignore me. Well, if that's how you're going to treat me, you can stop sending Aoife over to my place to deliver your stupid vegetables! I don't need anything from you!
Who's Aoife? A delivery person?
That's irrelevant. The point is, he hangs out with this kid, so he must be no good. You kids get to a certain age and suddenly act like you know it all. Auroron, if you're still thinking about that so-called duty, then please, just forget about it.
Seems they've started talking about—
That's not it, Granny. I know you tend to get down on yourself when you're upset, but I can tell I really hurt you this time. All I can say is I'm sorry.
His voice. Auroron! Where have you gone?
It sounds like he's somewhere super far away, but isn't he right here in front of us?
I'm really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save NATLAN.
Get back here this instant! Auroron!
What just happened? How was he able to suddenly get so far?
It's a trick of his. If you grind spores into a powder and spray it in the air, it can be manipulated to create an illusion. He pulled it off flawlessly. He must have put a lot of time into perfecting it. Don't tell— little brat. That's it. The next time we meet, I'm definitely going to break his legs.
Whoa, that's a little extreme. But still, what?
I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation with them earlier. Auroron probably did everything he could to get away because he knew I'd get the truth out of him sooner or later. We've got quite a long walk back to the city. Do you two have some time? Feeling hungry? How about we get something to eat?
Oh, right. It's been a while since we last ate.
Then let's go. We can find somewhere to sit down and talk. Food and drinks are on me.
How did this become Paimonville? Sweet Lolly. All right. It's on, so you can just sit back and enjoy, Sweet Lolly. Paimon will take care of it.
Hey, come on now. You won't even let me take you out for some food and drink?
Are you you sure?
Mora is the least of my concerns. Besides, we're definitely due a meal after all the time we've spent together. Let me get this one. I might be an old hag, but I like to think I'm not completely useless.
Sure, that's fine with us, but...
Don't worry. Do you see two people standing by the door? They look like spitting images of each other. Are they twins?
But...
Huh? How could that be? I guess my mind isn't as sharp as it used to be. Give me another bottle, boss!
Do you think she's drunk?
There you go, miss. Oh, my.
Oh, so you've heard of us?
Of course I have. Aren't you the ones who saved Kachina and brought her back? No wonder you hit it off with Granny Sitlali. She wouldn't spend time with just anybody, you know. I don't even remember the last time I saw her with a new friend.
Wait, so you call her Granny too?
Well, given our ages, it'd probably be more accurate for me to call her my great-great-granny. She's one of the most famous people at the Masters of the Nightwind.
Huh? Gossiping about me right in front of my face now,
Oh, please, Granny, I wouldn't dare. I'm just beyond happy to see you bring over some new friends. After all, any friend—
Alright, that's enough. Go on now. I'm sure the other customers would like to talk to you as well. There's no need to keep Who's that? You got some doll calling me by my first name. Let me guess. You...
Are you...
You chumps come around here, picking fights with me? Well, you know what happens next. I mean, come on! Monster? Me?
Granny Sitlali, you're not a
Exactly! And while we're at it, I'm not some lazy slacker either. Between meditation, advising the chief, and speaking with the Wyab, I actually have a pretty packed schedule. Oh yeah. And I have to mentor all the new kids. Hey, new kid. Yeah, you. Don't play dumb. Didn't I teach you how to find phlogiston? You see? I know my stuff. I'm a good teacher. You tell him. That's more like it. About dang time someone showed me a little respect. Yeah, Granny's a hard worker, all right. You can always rely on, old granny.
Did she just fall asleep?
Behind this pitch-black curtain,
She's meditating again. She does this whenever she's had a few too many drinks.
Is this another specialty of the Masters of the Nightwind?
No, I'd say it's an ability that's unique to Citlali herself. While she can easily pick up everyone else's skills and tricks, few have been able to master hers.
Warning, warning. Red. Red, the color of danger. Huh? Traveler? Paimon?
What's wrong?
I'm gonna hurl.
Hang on, just keep it in.
Phew.
You had Paimon worried. Paimon really
How embarrassing. I'm sorry you had to see me like that.
Are you feeling okay?
There's so much that
Why not? Of course you can. Just say whatever.
Please, Paimon. It's not as simple as you think.
Oh, Paimon gets it. You're hoping that we wouldn't think less of you no matter what you're about to say.
No, that wasn't my point at all. Seriously, don't you youngsters know anything about shame? I'm talking—
Actually?
Huh? Tell me what?
Yeah, this is
So, you heard my—
It's okay, Citlali. You had every right to complain about those things.
I can't take it anymore! Why do these things happen to me? Hearing me mumble under my breath is one thing, but hearing what I mumble in my— It's just like when you're rolling on the floor in your pajamas, but you forget to lock the door, and someone bursts in to deliver cabbages and sees the whole thing!
So that, happens to you a lot.
It happens to people in general, okay? Doesn't matter if you're 200 years old or 1,000 years old. Everyone rolls around in their pajamas sometimes. I was just picking something generic. Take a walk with me.
Looks like she's completely given up. Like those criminals who just confess everything.
Well, great view, right?
Wow, it's beautiful.
You're making—
Oh no, what do we do? Please don't cry.
I was an expression, okay? A figure of speech. Let's just have a casual conversation. It's easiest that way.
Really? You don't seem like the kind of person who keeps the—
Well, I guess I used to— And you're right. I don't usually open up to the people of my tribe like this. I'm just an eccentric old hag to them. That story's been passed down so long, it might as well be true.
But you're just a regular person.
The kids of my tribe would have a heart attack if they heard you say that. Granny Eatsley is a powerful figure. Be careful around her. That's what they'd say.
Well, you are powerful.
Some are. Others are mad I always come out on top. A few decades like that. And what about you? Are you scared of me?
We don't find you scary at all.
Huh. That's because you're not from my tribe. You don't know how many delusions of grandeur I've destroyed just by existing. I make people realize that no matter how hard they work, they'll never become a living legend like me. Oh, not to brag or anything. Maybe it's hard to believe. Just pretend I never said.
We believe you. Shilonen has full faith in your abilities, and Aurora—
Yes, but Mawika already told you about her plan. And Auroron's not like other people. As I mentioned, the reason being, his soul is incomplete. No one knows who his parents were. He was just left on a rock in the wilderness. It's a miracle he wasn't devoured. The Masters of the Nightwind believe they can see human souls. A possibility. The ceremony would allow lost souls to gather within him. Aurora—
Wait, that doesn't sound right.
Now, you see the problem. When damage occurs to the Night Kingdom, the souls held within disperse. The ceremony can send back countless souls at once. Which would— I wasn't surprised the chief at the time came up with the plan. The ley lines were already in a terrible state. When the chief asked for my opinion, I didn't give— Pathetic, isn't it? By now, of course, in my tribe, death is rarely something to fear. But what kind of message would we be sending by sentencing a newborn to death? By using a human life as a tool? It's not right. So, when I learned the ceremony, the plan was never a secret. Or, I guess I should say, there was no point to keep it. Everyone thought he would be happy he survived. And he asks this question.
Wait, what?
He knows that, but he still feels guilty. Auroron has a strong ability to perceive souls. Maybe he chose to work with the Fatui.
Traveler, didn't the captain say he found a way to solve— Anyway, we can't just let things go on like this. We have to convince him to— You don't look so good, Sweet Lolly. Maybe you should head back and get some sleep.
Probably drank too much. It's okay. Okay. You've helped me
Hey, we're friends, aren't we? Besides, you already—
good point. Friends. I like the sound of that.
Auroron's probably back with the captain, don't you think? You mean about the backup plan? Do you really believe what the captain told us? Yeah, you're right. We should just go to her directly. But she's probably asleep. We have—
you're already here. I was just about to come get you.
Wow, you're up early. That's impressive. Especially...
Let's not bring up last night. I'm embarrassed about... Anyway, I was also woken up by the commotion. Looks like all the warriors from this... I heard many areas have been attacked by the Abyss.
The Abyss attacked again?
I'll be fine. We also have the support of the warriors stationed at the various outposts. The stadium could always use more manpower, so you should join the forces here. I'm done making excuses for him. I was the one who vouched for him, so I need to report back to the Speaker's Chamber. But I should be able to convince them to let me go. As for the ancient name, once we handle this crisis, I'll talk to Shilonen. Thank you. Alright, I need to start heading back.
She left in a hurry. The situation must be really serious. Looks like a lot of people...
Take it easy.
Traveler, over here! Perfect. Our star Outlander has appeared.
Oh, you're all here! But, what's with the whole Star Outlander thing?
Just my way of saying how awesome you are. We've got a real emergency on our hands.
Alright, but can we...
The Abyss suddenly attacked the Collective of Plenty.
Yes, and the attacks are increasing in frequency.
The tribes have plenty of defenses, so they're safe for now. But I can't... Chaska and I have been searching for survivors and treating the wounded. We just got back, but we need...
I plan on heading back to the Collective of Plenty.
What about you, Mualani? Where are you gonna go?
I'll go help the Children of Echoes. They're the closest, so I can start fighting right away. What about you guys? We could go together. Yeah, that does sound important. Who knows? Maybe yours truly will have the...
That would be pretty great, actually.
It'll be fine. Your tribe doesn't do all that bot...
Let's part ways here for now. And most importantly, be careful, everyone.
Oh, and some of us need to avoid getting contaminated by dangerous-looking substances. That will make my job a lot easier.
Koichi.
It's alright. She's just looking out for everyone. Alright, let's hurry up and talk to the Pyro Archon so we can help the others.
Oh, it's you two. As you can see, things are not looking good right now. People across NATLAN are in danger. Look, I'm very interested in your recent adventures, but this is not a good time. So we'll have to keep our conversation short.
That's alright, we're also in a hurry. We're gonna go help the Children of Echoes after this.
What? So he thinks my plan is too risky. He thinks I'm being stubborn. I shouldn't underestimate the Fatui's ability to gather intelligence. I will answer you honestly, but you must help me keep... I can use the power of the Gnosis to save NATLAN, but it comes at a heavy price. The Gnosis would drain all the souls and memories from the Night Kingdom and weave them into a giant net, which would surround the ley lines and protect them against abyssal corrosion.
Wait, you can use souls to weave a net? But does that mean...
Yes. It means sacrificing those souls in the process. The Night Kingdom not only houses the souls of the dead, but also our memories and legends. Using the Gnosis means converting all... Even then, the net can still become corroded. Given the enormity of the price, it's a solution I refuse to consider right now. I want us to win, but I also care about how we win, and what that means for us in the end. Now it's true. This is our best bet. NATLAN is unique among the nations of Teyvat. Given the ever-looming threat, having a contingency plan is our duty. Still, this has always been a well-kept secret.
Oh, one more thing? The captain
Without the Gnosis, he should have no other option. But I see no reason for him to lie. Seems like our only path forward is to track him down. So he... Judging by your expression, you must have doubted me.
Not even a little! We would never... Wait, what are you talking about?
Just as expected. I appreciate your sincerity. Maybe it was out of caution, anxiety, or simple curiosity, but know this. No matter... So now that you have your answer, do you still doubt me?
You scared Paimon. You've really got a lot of...
That's a good thing. Oh, and feel free to call me Mawika. It's what all my friends... As for the captain, the intelligence officers we assigned to...
That's great! Sounds like we just have to wait a little longer.
Not just yet. Even though the Abyss is attacking several... Don't worry. I just need to finish coordinating our...
Wait! You're going to fight in person? Didn't you give up your...
That's true. I'm far less powerful than a god in my current state. But don't forget, I was an experienced and no matter how you look at it, my duty is on the front lines. Oh, now you doubt my strength. That hurts, Traveler. If we had time to... Anyway, even if we respond to these threats, I've considered moving my people to other nations, but given their close connection to the Night Kingdom, a forced evacuation... I've told the chiefs of each tribe to strengthen their defenses and advise people... Now, I just need to find the right...
Paimon's a little worried about how people will react.
Yes, but that won't be the only...
Alright, we should head out. Maybe we...
Quick, over here! To safety!
Kachina, how many...
They've all made it out. It's the Traveler and Paimon! They're here!
What's the situation?
There's a trapped caravan that needs our help. We need to rescue them as soon as possible.
We'll go together.
I'm coming too.
Stay safe. We've got this.
Let the mountain's veins boil!
I really thought I was done for. I can't...
Don't worry about it. We're just glad you're okay. Let's see. Your goods look fine too. Guess the Abyss isn't after Mora.
That should be the last abyssal pylon near the Children of Echoes. By the way, where's St. Lolly? I thought she would come with you.
The Masters of the Night Wind also got attacked, so she went back to help her tribe. She said we can deal with the ancient name later.
Yeah, that makes sense. The attack... Alright, this isn't...
Looks like a few people were hurt after all. Oh, I should have got here sooner.
The Abyss threw a lot at us at once. I rushed out as soon as I heard the alarm, and there were already so many monsters. Before long, Kachina brought up...
I wasn't in charge or anything. We just happened to be Still, I think this proves that camping in the wild was a great idea. That's how we were able to respond so fast. Sleeping on the wet grass was pretty uncomfortable, but it was worth it.
You mean the situation in the Night Kingdom, right? It's impossible not to feel it.
And we still don't know enough.
That just means we need to buy the Pyro Archon more time.
You really are an eternal optimist, Mualani. You always find a way to...
Why, thank you. I guess it's one of my better qualities.
So, specifics aside, the Pyro Archon confirmed the Gnosis can resolve the crisis, but it comes at a huge price.
And somehow the captain finds out about it, goes to fight the Pyro Archon, and calls her out for having a solution but refusing to use it. Honestly, if he has the same information as us, I can't really blame.
It's probably because our plan is so risky. We don't even know if the 6 heroes will reunite in time.
We talked to Moika before we left the stadium. According to her, the cost of the captain's plan is too high. And, well, it makes sense. If that was truly...
Yeah, I trust the Pyro Archon. When I was upset about Kachina's disappearance, she was really sincere and patient with me. Plus, she burned down all those precious mementos for Kachina. She's already proven how much she values even a single... When it comes to NATLAN's survival, there's no way she would hold back.
I agree. Maybe the captain weighed the costs and came to his own conclusion, but I'm sure we have different priorities. Life is important, but so are history and memory.
As the Archon, she can't tell us everything, but it seemed like she wasn't holding anything back this time.
The next question is... If the captain found an...
Yeah, and isn't he from Snezhnaya? Why would the Fatui want to save Natlan?
This is all super...
We still don't have enough information. Once we...
Let's head back then. With how many Fatui there are, someone...
Sounds good. I have a few theories of my own. With a bit more information, we just might get to the bottom of the whole thing.
Want to join our garrison, Mualani?
I was just about to ask.
Then you should go register right away.
Register? Nah. I'll just follow you around. You know, go where you go, do what you do.
Okay, but then you have to follow my orders.
You got it. I just don't want to make the trip back. It's so far. All right. See you all later.
Oh, you betcha!
I'm fine.
They ran into the Fatui while out on a mission and decided to follow them.
The Fatui?
Calm down and let me explain. Here's what happened. Watch out. It's the Fatui.
Were they attacked by the Abyss?
You're right. Let's keep observing.
We're glad you're okay.
Thank you so much.
We don't expect anything in return. If you truly wish to repay the favor, you can keep this a secret.
Oh, okay.
We're not asking you to cover up our activities. We haven't done. Nonetheless, the decision remains yours.
Got it.
Did you hear that? They mentioned a cap.
Exactly. Still, there was no trade. I didn't believe the captain when he said he wanted to save NATLAN. But based on what we just saw, it's possible he was telling the truth.
Maybe we've been wrong about the Fatui this whole time.
It's too early to say. Let's follow them and see what's really going on.
So this is where they were headed.
Koichi, wait for me here.
Oh, no you don't. How are you planning to get through all the guards?
Look, I can use this terrain to my advantage. With our tribe's special way of getting around, I doubt they'll see me coming.
We still can't see anything on the inside. What if you can't find cover? You won't have anyone to watch your back if you go in alone.
The more heavily guarded the location, the more valuable the secrets. Even if the captain isn't here, we can still figure out what the Fatui are planning. That intel is worth the risk.
Fine. You're not gonna listen to me anyway, so let me come with you.
That's even more risky. I'm confident I can protect myself. I'm not sure you can say the same. At least right now.
I can.
You really believe that?
Fine, don't believe me. But you can't honestly tell me infiltrating a heavily... You know, growing up, even if I insisted on doing something, it never gave you any trouble.
All right. All right. Same plan as usual. Got your ropes?
Yeah, let's go.
The Fatui have eyes all over this place. I should wait for Koichi's signal. Now. Not sure how many chances I'm gonna get. I need to act. Good. I made it without getting caught. I should get to that platform over there. But it's guarded by the Fatui. Koichi should have line of sight. I'll wait for her signal. That's it. Now's my chance.
It's no use staying in one place. I should keep moving. Looks like Chaska is helping me by keeping an eye on the Fatui movements. I'll wait for her signal. Time to move.
I was probably can't make it over in one go. I'll wait for my next... Now's my chance. I made it! That'll show my sister. Let's see. The Fatui's occupying all the best locations. If we could just get past them somehow. Wait, I've got it!
Huh? What's that noise? Did something explode?
Oh! What the heck is that? What do you think you're doing? I could ask you the same thing!
Good, they're arguing. Looks like they just needed an excuse. The people on the hill over there left to help their comrades. Come get me, Chaska. I hope she gets this hand signal.
That's Koichi's signal. Give me your hand, quick.
Coming! I checked, and this way is Well, I was pretty helpful, right? You know, everyone usually jumps at the chance to work with me. Not my own sister, though. No, she avoids me like her life depends on it.
I was wrong, Koichi. You've done well.
Wait, you're just gonna admit it? Now I look like the mean one.
Let's focus on the task at hand. We're in the heart of enemy territory. The more time we waste, the more dangerous this becomes.
All right. If you're not gonna take the bait, then I'll drop it. Looks like the Fatui are here to dig something up. I'm surprised they mobilized this many people. I doubt it's because they're interested in our culture and history.
It seems like they're looking for a dragon relic called the Source Mechanism. The device is ancient. Barely any information survives to this day. And even people from NATLAN.
Not bad. Looks like it's in good shape. This should be what our Lord's looking for. Took us long enough. Come on, let's get this thing back.
Back? Back where? Should we keep following?
You really want to keep going?
Of course! We make a...
Uh-oh.
Falling rock incoming! Watch out for your gadget!
What?
Once we got them off our tail, we went back to observe some more. It looked like they were waiting, though.
So, Koichi got injured trying to get them off your tail?
She pushed herself too hard, and
Well, I didn't cause you any trouble while we were fighting, right? So my perfect record remains.
You've done very well. I could make a comment on no...
I know. I'm already reflecting on my actions.
So, our current intel suggests the Fatui is after the device is a complete mystery, even to us.
I have no idea. But it's safe. Shilonen, I need you to gather... Thank you both for your hard work. Koichi, it's time for you to get some rest. I prepared a small gift of my own as a token of gratitude. I'll send it to your home along with the others.
My patience.
You don't need to give us anything, Archon. We were just doing our duty for NATLAN. I should take Koichi home now.
Well, if Koichi doesn't want her favorite Saurus crackers, then...
I accept. Thank you.
What am I...
There's some for the rest of you as well. They're one of my favorites too, so don't be shy. I'll start investigating the source mechanism right away. If I learn anything, you'll be the first to know.
Yummy snacks! you two?
I'm taking Koichi home, with our parents there to keep an eye on her. I can make sure she...
Hey, it's not like I'm some kind of prisoner. I'll be fine in a day or two. There's no need to go all the way home.
That's what you always say. Everything's no big deal until you collect... What if the Abyss attacks again?
I won't. Triple promise I won't.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. On the off chance. But I'm a doctor. I have a... I guess you're...
This reminds Paimon of when we first met. Except you were the one trying to stop Chaska from doing something dangerous.
I do the same for anyone trying to put their life in danger. As a doctor, I don't want people to get hurt because of a rash decision.
Then try to see things from my perspective. You clearly want to protect your patient.
The two of you are the same.
I disagree. I understand the risk.
Who wants to be like her? Overcome?
That's just...
You think I don't have proof?
Okay, don't get into another fight.
Don't worry, Paimon. You didn't do anything wrong. Arguing is just how we communicate. Neither of us really takes it to heart.
Plus, I guess we're family. I can't help it if my old...
Okay, you don't have to put it that way.
So, you're all good now?
Neither of us are really the type to back down. So we'll always have our differences. But still, we get along.
Plus, I know you'll wake up one day and...
Be my guest. Come on, let's get you home. See you later, Traveler and Paimon. I'll be back once everything's settled at home.
There's no rush. At least grab a nice meal with your family.
Bye, you two.
Those two will probably make up for real at some point, right? Well, we've learned a lot. Let's go over everything that we know so far.
Sorry for popping up out of nowhere.
Why do you look so awkward? Oh, is there something you need from...
Okay, I won't beat around the bush. Oh, and I'm sorry for...
Awesome! Just give us your...
Hey, friends don't order each other around. I'm just here to share some news. Remember...
Oh, yeah. You mentioned how Auroron is always... Paimon and the Traveler discussed it after you left, and we think
I agree with your hypothesis. Auroron came back. He helped the Masters of the Nightwind defend...
What? He came back?
I told him to give up whatever he's doing, but he refused. Apparently, he came back to fulfill his duty to our tribe. When he...
I'm surprised you let him go...
I had to prioritize my tribe. Besides, the situation was intense. I couldn't focus on out... Plus, he was on guard. He knew I would try to go after him, so he... all these years of calling me
Don't say that! Your tribe...
You're right. Seeing him come back reminded me of when he was little. Running around... He's not only a child of the Masters of the Nightwind, but a child of... Besides, Auroron is my apprentice. He
Wait, what are you saying?
Look. Remember how I said Auroron's soul is fragmented? This is the talisman I create, and this gem is what makes the talisman work. It just so happens that Auroron is due for a gem replacement. Since I can't get close to him, I put the new gem in a supply bag and asked Aoife to bring... You guys know Aoife, right? No? Well, he's a pretty famous vet around these parts. He's always bringing... Aoife doesn't know what's going on, so he agreed, no questions asked. He probably suspected that I tampered with it. But here's the catch. The trick...
That's amazing. You can do something like that?
Most people can't. But I can. That trick he used to bring you to the Night Kingdom isn't anything special, by the way. My technique is much...
So in other words, we have a whole backup...
The kid thinks he can take me on? Like I wasn't the one who took...
That's amazing, Sweet Lolly. Let's take a look right away!
Once we get to the bottom of this... I know he thinks of me as his grandma.
Huh, that's a tough question. Paimon doesn't have a grandma, so she's not the best person to ask.
To be honest, I've always doubted my ability to look after him. But if I stop here, it will haunt me until I'm 500 years old. Every night I'll Still, if I back away from... I don't care. And I won't...
You sure you'll be okay?
Did you just say... you'll...
Is that okay? We have a pretty good reason to see it too, don't we? Because, right, we need leads on the Fatui.
You... fine. You can come.
Don't worry, we're professional adventurers.
Then I place my... Alright, time to sneak into someone else's memory and engage in some... unwanted spying. You heard it here first. I wouldn't be doing this if I had any other choice. Are you ready?
Look how good you're doing. You'll... And you? Aoife says you're taking up too much space, but...
Hey! How's it going, Auroron?
Good. How are you, Uncle Okanbi?
Can't complain.
No, just some idle conversation.
Sounds fascinating. What did they say?
They told me you were coming and that you would take some produce with you.
Only if you're offering. By the way, I ran into Aoife yesterday. He told me Chaska's fostering a Saurian at his place. Said the thing trampled over...
No, don't worry. I'll find a way for him. I've already wrapped your share of the produce.
You really knew I was coming.
Light up the smoke and you can see the path through the shadows. That's what everyone says.
Hey, have you seen that strange group of people that just appeared out of nowhere?
Appeared out of nowhere? I don't think so.
It's the Fatui. Their leader seems like a big deal. He didn't bring many men with him, but they're all elite warriors. It seems like they're looking for someone. But I wouldn't go around asking too many questions. If you run into them...
You're from the Masters of the Nightwind, are you not? Why do you live here alone?
I enjoy living by myself. I guess you're from the Fatui. One everyone's calling...
Not an inaccurate description. I'm looking for someone who may be known to you. Citlali is her name.
Granny? What does an Outlander want with her? I've heard the name. You have...
There's no point to further questioning if you insist on hiding things from me. I shall seek answers elsewhere.
Oh, he could tell I was lying, and now he's leaving? Hey! At least tell me why you're looking for Citlali.
It's none of your concern. I have my own means of tracking her down.
Why are the Fatui looking for her? What does she have to do with them? I can't just let them go like this. I have to figure out what they're planning. They've just been studying the ley lines and asking for leads on Granny.
The situation has seen no true improvement. The pyro...
My lord!
Ignore him. He is no threat.
He knows I'm following him. He's strong, I can tell. But there's something...
What is it?
My lord,
A ley line disturbance. Certain presences have been forced to wander outside their rightful realm.
That was a spell from the Masters of the Night. How did he do that so easily? Soulfaring is supposed to be extremely difficult.
I feel much better. Thank you, my lord.
Think nothing of. Stay vigilant, and continue to gather information. The Abyss could attack at any moment. If you notice any irregularities, assume drill formation and be prepared to fight. However, there is no reason to over-engage. Information is our first priority.
Yes, sir.
Why are the Fatui fighting against the Abyss? I've been following him this whole time and still they ignore. It seems like his subordinates referred to him and now he's headed to the stadium. That's...
You two, with me.
Yes, sir.
He's going inside? But the Pyro Archon is in there. What does he want with her?
Forgive me, my lord. Allow me to check one more time. Do you truly wish...
The time for this nation is out of time.
Yes, sir.
He just walked straight into the stadium. What is he gonna do? They're both incredibly strong. How long will they have to fight until someone... Wait, this feeling. Just like the other day near the ley lines. It's faint. Is that why he's looking for Granny? If he dies here, then all clues will be lost. I can't let that happen.
As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to...
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. You don't have much time. And you're injured on top of that.
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may... You heard something from here, didn't you?
No need to force yourself. I've never seen anyone match the Pyro Archon in
I didn't expect
you. You know I've been following you.
When walking in the forest, it is only natural to encounter wild beasts. However, not every beast has the courage to come out.
And yet, one of those
Then speak. What do you want?
I didn't save you because I wanted something. My soul is more perceptive than others. I can sense the questions you asked her just now. Well, I've had very...
So, you can tell the truth. That was cool.
There's no turning back for me now. What I did back there is going to get me in a lot of trouble. You attacked the Pyro Archon in broad daylight, and I used my spell to save you. A single glance. So,
seem to care little for my thoughts on the matter.
It's too late for that. Start from the beginning. Why are you looking for Citlali? Do you know her?
Explain your relation to her first. I know you two are acquainted. It was obvious the moment...
Citlali is my elder and my teacher. She taught me everything I know. It's my duty to protect her.
If you truly wish to protect her, you should have let me perish at the Pyro Archon's hand. Yet, you chose otherwise. Do I really need to tell you what that means?
I want to do something to change NATLAN for the better. Something I can accomplish with my own two hands. You're stranger than anyone I've ever met. But maybe, just maybe, you can show me the way.
Strange? Citlali is set...
Why do you need knowledge on the Night Kingdom?
That is not something you need to know.
Don't forget, I saved your life.
Do you not believe the Fatui capable of betraying a debt?
People can lie, but souls cannot. I can tell there's...
You may not live among your tribe, but you certainly know their tricks. I apologize for my... Let's go. We'll see if you have what it takes. I see. Interesting.
Worth trying, I think.
Rather than weaving a net to protect the ley lines, this method would address by reconstructing the ley lines themselves.
Traveler, Paimon. Are you two alright?
Paimon's fine, just,
Of course. I'm just... Oh, I'm so mad at him! After everything, he still can't let go of the past. For some reason, he thinks he owes something to the people who cared for him. Now that he's all grown up, he thinks no one can tell him what to do? He thinks he can just run away whenever he wants. I'll show him. If he tries to run one more time, he's got another thing.
Maybe stubbornness runs in the family. Like grandmother, like grandson.
Is that supposed to be a compliment? That kid... Anyway, back to what we just saw. I don't even know what to make of it.
Yeah, the captain seriously wants to reconstruct the ley lines? What does that even mean? Something like the loom of fate, maybe? But how does that help with the abyss?
The loom of fate?
Oh, it's kind of hard to... Anyway, if he really wants to manipulate the ley lines, everyone...
Which means the captain has been honest from the very beginning. Aurora...
Why is he so obsessed with saving...
Yes, she needs to know...